Today in this video we are going to discuss about how CAP stocks are preserved in Food Corporation of India. We will see the details of CAP formation and also the preservation of food grain stocks in open in a stepwise manner. First of all, what is CAP? What is CAP? CAP means cover and plinth. So whenever we need in depth of space, say due to inundation of food grain stocks, then the surplus, market surplus, heavy market surplus is there, then in that area the procurement will be heavy to cope up with the stocks, to cope up with the receiving of the stocks by the Food Corporation of India, to avoid distress sale by the farmers. The CAP stock is resorted to. CAP means C means cover and plinth. That is, the stocks are received on the plinth. On plinth means an elevated surface or a normal floor which is in elevated condition, so that there should not be any water inundation. To avoid that, the selection of plinth should be on elevated place, so that during rainy days the water will flow without any stagnation. Such a place should be selected. That is called CAP. And after the dunnage has to be provided. Over that the stocks are received and it is covered by the polythene cover top, net, etc. And the lashing also is done by nylon rope. This is called CAP stocks. And why CAP is resorted, I already told you that CAP is resorted to cope up with the some heavy arrival of stocks or heavy procurement, to avoid distress sale. When there is no space in storage godowns, covered accommodation, CAP is resorted to. And then selection of plinth should be always on elevated place, so that there should not be any stagnation during rainy days. And then type of plinths. Type of plinth, there are various type of plinth. Permanent plinth are there. Second, what is why CAP is resorted? Why CAP is resorted? Third one is selection of plinth. And fourth one is type of plinth. So plinth, that is temporary, permanent plinth. So in wherever in godowns, some of the very big godowns, wherever there is space in elevated ground, there the permanent plinths are constructed by having the size of, that is 9 meters or 30 feet length and 20 feet or 6 meter length, that is breadth. So like this, there are the elevated structure as like this will be formed over the earth with concrete structures that will be that can withstand even 200 metric tons. In such a way it is built over the earth with strong concrete and all. So that these are all called permanent plinths. In some of the selection of site should be in elevated place, and in such other places the permanent plinths are constructed with the size of having 30 feet length and 20 feet breadth, or 9 meters length and 6 meters breadth. Then the rings also in the elevated structure the rings are also will be placed, some 6 rings, and here 4 in breadth is also, so that the lashing can be done very easily from the by intertwining the nylon rope in the ring, that is permanent plinth, and sometimes permanent plinth, and wherever the space is not available and the plinths are not constructed, some temporary plinths are constructed in an elevated place, and then over and above the kadapa stones are placed, so to cope up with the storage, to immediately it is constructed, because the overall wherever there is very big space, there they form the concrete structures on the periphery, and inside the concrete the kadapa stones are spread over it. So this is another type of, if in this we may build the stocks having the size of 30-20 like that. This is also another type of temporary plinth, and where they could not construct even this on road and in some elevated ground, the cap stocks are resorted to cope up with the storage. These are all type of temporary plinths. Then temporary plinth in road, temporary cap in road or in elevated structure. So these are all the type of plinths. And next we have to see about the dunnage. What is dunnage? Dunnage is a material, a wooden material, or a material which can allow aeration to the stocks. After building of the stocks, through the bottom it should allow aeration, or the stagnation of water, even if it is some slight stagnation there, it should not affect, it should not touch the bottom of the bags. For that, dunnage is provided. Dunnage is a material in elevated structure, so on that the stacks are built. That is called dunnage material. Usually the dunnage materials are wooden crates. Wooden crates having the size of 5 feet and 3 feet. So per stock totally 36. So in the length 6 crates are required. 6. So that in the length breadth, so 6 crates. In the breadth 6 crates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. This is in the breadth, and in the length some 6. So 6 crates are, so 6 into 6, 36 wooden crates or poly pellets are placed in the over the plinth, or over the permanent plinth or temporary plinth, or in road or in elevated ground structures. This is called dunnage. So totally 36 crates are provided, or poly pellets are provided. Next one is, what are the requirement for receiving the cap stocks? What are the requirements? That is, one is called the polythene cover having the size of 32 into 21 into 17, 32 feet length and 21 feet breadth and 17 feet height, with the funnels, 3 funnels, 1 funnel in the middle of the breadth side and 2 funnel on the length side, which is very nearer to the corner. So totally 3 on the breadth side and 3 on another side. Totally 6 funnels are provided to facilitate aeration to the stocks. Naturally, the cold air will pass through the bottom of the crate and it will go to the up to the top, and when it is get seated it will come through the funnel, that is polythene cover, and it is 250 microns, and the thickness of the cover is 250 microns or 0.25 millimeter in size, and the weight of the cover will be around 51 kgs. And next one is requirement. One is cover, second is cover top having the size of 33 24 into 1.5. cover top 33 feet and 33 into 24 feet breadth and height 1.5 feet. So in the cover top should have the size of 33 feet, 24 feet to 1.5. So in such a way the cover top should be arranged over the cover. And then monofilament net. Third one is monofilament net. So to prevent the ballooning of the stalks, or to prevent the during storm or during the heavy gale, the cover and cover tops will be blown off. To avoid that, the net is provided over the cover and cover top after lashing. Then fourth requirement is nylon rope, black nylon rope, black nylon ropes. Why black nylon ropes are preferred? Because even cover and cover top should be in black color, because to avoid when the sunlight falls on the cover, it should not reflect the sunlight. If it is white in color, it will reflect the sunlight, and in such places heavy or enormous heat will be produced, so that the cover is weakened or cover top is weakened. To avoid that, the black color is chosen. The black color will permeate the heat through the stack and it will be dissipated. So black nylon rope is selected. Otherwise, if other colors are selected, it will become depolymerization will take place and it will become powder. So the purpose will not be served. And then after lashing of nylon, in the corners of the stack, the nylon rope will be giving pressure on the cover and cover top, and the cover and cover top will be weakened. To avoid that, where the heavy pressure is built up by the tying of nylon rope, there pads have to be arranged. The pads will be of some synthetic material, or even some cotton like materials can be placed. That is called pads. Then receiving of the stock. After spreading the crates, the stocks are received by resorting the stacking. Stacking means the stock means the overall how much we have received, that is STOCK, and stack means the bags are arranged in a orderly manner, that is called STACK. So the size we have told already, that is 30 feet length, 20 feet breadth, or 9 meters to 6 meters. In FCI we adopt two types of stacking pattern. One is called crisscross and another one is called unit pattern. In CAP, always the requisite or the preferred stacking pattern should be the crisscross, because the stability can be reached only by adopting crisscross method. Crisscross method means one layer, that is if the stock one layer in lengthwise manner, and the second layer in breadthwise manner, and the third layer in lengthwise, like that. That is called crisscross. So we cannot pull any bag from the stack because stability is pakka. So this crisscross is the best method of striking. In unit, of course the counting is easy, but from one unit to another unit there is no link. So stability is not that much in unit pattern. So we have to adopt this crisscross method. Generally in one layer, there will be, if at all if it is unit, that is one length bag, one breadth bag. So like that, the 8 breadth bags will be usually 8 breadth bags can be accommodated and 12 breadth bags can be accommodated. So in a unit, 20 bags can be adapted, can be accommodated. Like that, 7 units can be built. This is one unit. Like that, another unit. This is another unit, and third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Like that, 7 units can be built. 7 into 20, 140 bags can be built in a layer. That means approximately, since it is 50 kgs, approximately 7 metric tons can be built. 7 metric tons in a layer. Totally 20 means 20 into 7, 40, 140 metric tons can be stored. And another one is, after this, dome formation is to be done. For the dome formation, what we have to done is, actually these 12 bags are placed on the lengthwise. So starting from the half of the bag, so 11 bags are to be placed in the lengthwise manner, and totally 8 bags, totally 8 bags can be accommodated. 11 into, that is 12 into 11 bags. So here 12 bags, here it is 11 bags. 12 into 11 bags can be on the after 20th layer dome formation. For the dome formation, 12 into 11 bags. Next 11 into 11, 10 into 11, like that, up to one layer we have to go for that. But the laborers will be finding very difficult. Hence, some of the 10th layer can be avoided. 12 into 9, 12 into 9, and 12 into 7, 12 into 5, 12 into 4, 12 into 3, 12 into 2, and 12 into 1 bags. Like that, the bags can be arranged. In the bottom, it is 11 bags. Over and above that, the top layer, only one layer will be there. So totally, like that, the dome formation can be arranged. Next, after dome formation, the stock is covered with, after brushing and giving the first propellity treatment with delta methrin, then it can be covered with the polythene cover, and also over and above the cover top can be placed, and it has to be lashed by, in the breadthwise, in the lengthwise manner, 4 lashing can be done, and in the breadthwise some 6 lashing can be done. So this can be built in, this can be, the lashing can be done from the crate, bottom of the crate, or some ring can be formed, nylon, by having the nylon rope, some ring can be formed, and in the ring the nylon rope can be lashed. Over and above the nylon rope can be placed. So this is with regard to the after formation, what are the things to be done. Then inspection. So first inspection, on the day of receipt we are doing the first inspection, how the stock is there, whether it is conforming to the specification, what is the category and all, what is the classification, whether insect is there or not, what you have to do on the first day of receipt. We are doing all the things. Then moisture content also we have to take it. Suppose if it is in safe moisture of 12%, we need not bother about it. Then if it is having 14 moisture, then we have to bring it to 12% by adopting aeration at least once in 3 days. We have to aerate the stalks. For that, what we have to, the nylon ropes are to be loosened and the cover to be raised, and the sunlight to be allowed and aeration to be allowed pakka to bring the moisture down. That is the during inspection we have to do all these things. Then categorization classification, that is if it is 1% weevil, then it is A, up to 4, that is B category, 4 to 7 C category, and D category 7 to 10. So naturally we will not receive lower category stocks, only A and B category stocks will receive. So that A and B we have to see, and weevil percentage, all these things, touched percentage we have to see. Then periodical spray, then once in fortnight, once in 3 months, because now the DDP and the malathion is not is banned from the usage by the Food Corporation of India. We are using only deltamethrin once in 3 months. A thorough brushing is to be done, and deltamethrin spray at the rate of, that has to be prepared, dilution is to be done. At least the 1 liter we have to mix 40 grams of powder, and area to be calculated, 3 liters prepared solution for 100 square meter. Suppose if the area calculated comes to 200 approximately, then 6 liters required. For every 100 square meters, 3 liters prepared solution is required. For 200 square meters, we require 6 liters of water. In that we have to mix 240 grams of deltamethrin, mix it thoroughly, and this is for 1 stalk. We have to spray on 5 sides of the stalks, top and 2 length sides and 2 breadth sides, and also crate. So in all these 3 places we have to spray. Then curative treatment. Suppose if the proper treatment will not give any desired result and the infestation is on higher side, then we have to go for fumigation with aluminum phosphide, 3 tablets per ton. And since it is open storage, suppose if it is since it is in open storage, the floor may absorb some of the phosphine gases. For that 20% extra we have to put it. And suppose if 300 tablets is required, then 60 tablets have to be additionally provided. Suppose if the stock is infested with capra, 50% extra tablet should be given. That is per ton we have to give 9 grams or 3 tablets. Then we have to cover the stocks, and the sand plaster should be done, so that any that should be airtight, and the funnels are to be tightened, so that the pakka airtight should be done. That is curative treatment. And the next point is moisture migration. In CAP, suppose if during fumigation or when the covers are fully closed, then what happens inside? During summer, the bottom layer will be very cold, and the hot air coming from all the periphery and go through the center, and in the bottom it will be condensed. To avoid that, aeration should be given. This is during summer. During winter, what happens? The top of the layer will be very cold, and in that place the hot humid air will go from bottom to top, and in the top layer it will be condensed, and there damage will occur. To avoid that, aeration should be given properly. Then another thing, while receiving the stocks and after issuing the stocks, we should see that the water flows easily. There should not be any stagnation of water. If any stagnation of water is there, then there will be condensation will be there, and damage will cause inside the stack. And another thing, the last but not least, whenever any seepage or any leakage is there due to some small pinholes or something like that, then if damage occurred in the to the stock, then such of those bags are to be removed, salvaged, and again to be dried well and to be placed in the same place again. That is called salvage operation, recondition and salvage operation. Reconditioning means the stock should be in a pakka manner to be improved. Salvage means wherever there is damaged grains are there, that has or the drenched grains are to be removed and then reconditioned, then it should be placed on the same place. Under any circumstances, we should see that the drenched bags should not be allowed to let it, because it will slowly the moisture migration will go to other stacks, other bags, and that also will be damaged. To avoid that, reconditioning and salvage to be done then and there, if at all, if any bags are drenched or any damage occurred to the stocks. So with this we conclude this video.